Interpreting slope. Here we're going to look at two problems where we want to calculate and interpret the slope. The first problem says that Emmanuel started with $150 in his savings account. He deposits a fixed amount each month for 1 year. Below is a table showing the amount in his account at various months. Calculate and interpret the slope. So looking at the table that we're given, we're shown that in March he had $375, in July $675, and in December $1,050. Now remember, to calculate the slope, we only need 2 points. Now this table, we actually are given 3 points. However, the months are not in terms of a numerical value. However, we can certainly change that. If we allow January to equal 1 month, and the preceding months would be 2, 4, 5, and so forth, we can make March equal to the month of 3. July would represent number 7, and December would be number 12, being the 12th month out of the year. And so now we do have numerical values for the months. And in fact, all we need to calculate the slope are 2 points. So let's just choose maybe the first 2 points. You can choose any of these 2 points. So March would be represented by 3, and the amount associated with that month is $375. July, we have 7 to represent that month, and the amount in that account was $675. So now we have 2 points. Remember, to calculate the slope, we take y2 minus y1, and we put that over x2 minus x1. So in this problem, I'm going to take 675 minus 375, and then for my denominator, we're going to have x2 minus x1, so that would be 7 minus 3. Now, if we do the calculations, on top, we're going to get 300, and on the bottom, we're going to get 4. And 300 divided by 4 is 75. Now that we've calculated the slope, we want to interpret that. Well, what is it that we were looking at? We were looking at Emmanuel, who started with $150 in his savings account, and every month he deposited a fixed amount. Well, what is that amount? Well, that's the slope. So here we can see that Emmanuel deposited $75 each month. And that's what we can write for our interpretation. So Emmanuel deposited $75 into his savings account each month. So the slope told us how much was going in every month, which was a fixed amount. Let's look at number 2. Jan has a cell phone plan that charges her by the number of minutes she talks per month, plus a fixed fee. The first month, she talked for 50 minutes and was charged $15. The second month, she talked for 300 minutes and was charged $27.50. Calculate and interpret the slope. Well, now in this problem, we're not given a table and we're not shown the exact points. However, if you remember, a point is also a relationship, and it's a relationship between the x and the y value. Now in this problem, we are given 2 relationships. The first relationship that we're told is that she was charged $15 for 50 minutes. Well, that would be our first point. So for 50 minutes, she was charged $15. Now, we also know that the second month, she talked for 300 minutes and was charged $27.50. Well, that would be our second point. So for 300 minutes, we have $27.50. Again, remember, that's all we need to calculate the slope is 2 points. So here we're going to go ahead and calculate. So the slope is going to be y2 minus y1. So it takes $27.50 minus 15. And then we're going to do on the bottom the x's. So then we're going to take 300 minus 50. Do our calculations. Now on top, we're going to get $12.50 And on the bottom, when we subtract the x's, we get 250. Take $12.50 divided by 250, and we get 0.05. Now, what does that mean? Sometimes I always say that the easiest part is sometimes just doing the calculation. The difficult part is now interpreting that calculation. What does that number mean? So our number here is 0.05. Well, let's go back to this problem. We're looking at Jan having a cell phone plan, and it charges her by the number of minutes. And we know how many minutes she talked and how much she was charged. Now the slope here then is we're looking at how much she is being charged per minute. And in this case, we found the number to be 0.05, or 5 cents. And we can write that. Jan is charged 5 cents, and we can write it like this, or you could say 5 cents per minute on her cell phone plan. And of course there is other ways that you could have written that. This is just one way that she was being charged $5 per minute on her cell phone plan. And now we have interpreted and calculated the slope.